You are sitting in a room right now. The temperature is perfectly controlled. You have a device in your hand that contains the entirety of human knowledge. If you are hungry, you can press a button and a stranger will bring you a meal. There are no predators waiting outside your door. You have never had to run for your life. You are living in the safest, most comfortable, most abundant environment in the history of the earth. So why are you so anxious? Why are rates of depression, autoimmune diseases, and chronic stress exploding? Most people assume it is a personal failure. You think you are just not handling life well. You think your brain is broken. But your brain is not broken. It is working exactly as it was designed to. The problem is not you. The problem is the world you are living in. In the late 1990s, evolutionary biologists began to coalesce around a terrifying concept. They called it evolutionary mismatch. The premise is brutally simple. Biological evolution is incredibly slow. It takes tens of thousands of years to rewire a species. Cultural evolution, on the other hand, is lightning fast. For 300,000 years, Homo sapiens lived as hunter-gatherers. Your ancestors lived in small, nomadic bands of about 150 people. They experienced intense bursts of physical exertion, followed by long periods of rest. They felt hunger. They felt cold. They relied entirely on the physical presence of their tribe to survive. Every single system in your body was engineered for that specific world. Your nervous system and your dopamine receptors. The world of scarcity. Then the agricultural revolution happened. Then the industrial revolution. Then the digital revolution. Your environment changed overnight. Your DNA did not. You were walking around with a 300,000-year-old brain trying to navigate a world it cannot comprehend. Let's look at your stress response. When a hunter-gatherer saw a predator, the amygdala triggered the release of cortisol and adrenaline. The heart rate spiked. Blood rushed to the muscles. This is the fight or flight response. It is designed to last for a few minutes. You either outrun the lion or you die. Either way, the stress ends quickly. But in the modern world, the lions are gone. They have been replaced by emails, by mortgages, by algorithms, by a constant, unending stream of micro-stressors. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a physical threat and a psychological one. It perceives a passive-aggressive message as a lion, so it pumps cortisol into your bloodstream. But you do not run. You do not fight. You just sit in an ergonomic chair and stare at a glowing rectangle. The stress loop never closes. Your baseline cortisol levels stay permanently elevated. This chronic inflammation begins to tear your body apart from the inside. It damages your immune system. It shrinks your hippocampus. Your brain is poisoning itself because it thinks you are in a permanent state of mortal danger. Then there's the problem of abundance. For the entirety of human history, calories were scarce. Sugar was incredibly rare. If your ancestor found a bush of sweet berries, their brain flooded with dopamine. It rewarded them for consuming as much energy as possible. That dopamine circuit is the engine of human survival. It kept us alive. But today, scarcity is gone. You can buy 1,000 calories of pure sugar for $2. Your brain still thinks you are foraging in the wilderness. It screams at you to consume it all. It does not know when the next meal is coming. But the next meal is always coming. This mismatch does not just apply to food. It applies to everything. Dopamine was meant to be earned through effort, tracking an animal, building a shelter, finding water. Now you can trigger massive spikes of dopamine with zero effort, scrolling endlessly through short videos, playing video games. You are carpet bombing your dopamine receptors with stimuli so intense that reality itself becomes dull. Your brain adapts to this flood by reducing its active receptors. This is downregulation. It is why things that used to make you happy no longer do. It is why you need more extreme stimulation just to feel normal. You have engineered a world that oversatisfies your primal urges until you feel absolutely nothing. And what about the people around you? For 300,000 years, humans lived in tribes of no more than 150 individuals. This is Dunbar's number. It is the cognitive limit to the number of people you can maintain stable relationships with. In the ancestral environment, you knew everyone. Everyone knew you. You had a defined role. If you did not contribute, the tribe died. If you were ostracized, you died. Isolation was a death sentence. Today, you live in cities of millions. Yet studies consistently show that modern humans are the loneliest they have ever been in recorded history. This is the deepest mismatch of all. You are surrounded by bodies, but your brain registers complete isolation. Evolutionary wiring does not recognize passive proximity. It recognizes shared survival. Without a tribe, your nervous system interprets your situation as an emergency. It raises your blood pressure. It disrupts your sleep. It prepares you for an attack that is never going to come. You feel lonely in a crowded room because, biologically speaking, you are completely alone. This is where the science takes a deeply unsettling turn. We are not just uncomfortable in the modern world, our bodies are actively turning against us. In recent decades, researchers began noticing a terrifying spike in autoimmune diseases, conditions where the human immune system attacks its own healthy tissue. Type 1 diabetes, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, the immune system destroying the host. They looked for the cause. What they found was the hygiene hypothesis. For millions of years, humans evolved alongside parasites and pathogens. Our immune systems evolved to be hyper-aggressive, constantly fighting a war against invisible invaders. But in the last century, we sanitized our world. We invented antibiotics. We purified our water. We eradicated the parasites. We won the war. But the tragedy is that nobody ever bothered to tell your immune system that the ancient battle is over. It is still armed to the teeth. It is still patrolling your body, looking for a fight. And because it can no longer find any parasites, it looks for the next best thing. It attacks you. Your sterile, perfectly safe environment is what is destroying you. Comfort is not just a luxury. Biologically speaking, it is a lethal, slow-acting poison. We built a utopia. We conquered the night with light. We conquered starvation with industry. We conquered distance with the internet. We engineered the friction out of existence. But we forgot that friction is what we were built for. You are an apex predator trapped in a zoo of your own making. The cage is invisible. It is made of convenience. It is made of instant gratification. It is made of a life where nothing is physically demanded of you. No hunts, no migrations, no desperate fights for survival in the cold. Your brain is screaming for a wilderness that no longer exists. It is searching for the tribe that scattered. It is bracing for the winter that never comes. You are not broken. You are simply a ghost haunting a modern machine you fundamentally do not belong in. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this video made you think, taught you something new, or simply entertained you, hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this.